I was carving up the tri-tip at our backyard cookout when my wife, Sarah, stood up and announced to the whole damn family that I was too old for her tastes anymore. Right there with her folks, her brother Mike, our cousins, and a bunch of kids running around the picnic tables, she dropped it like it was some light-hearted roast. But nobody chuckled. Except her, maybe. "Come on, guys," she said, twirling her margarita like she was auditioning for a reality TV spot. 20 years hitched, and now it's all routine, all predictable. He's like yesterday's news. I need to spark something new. The yard went dead quiet, save for the sizzle of the grill fading into the background. Her dad nearly spit out his beer, and Mike just gawked at her like she'd sprouted a second head. I didn't fire back, not because I was short on words, but because they were piling up too fast. "Name's Jack, by the way. I'm 54. And right up to that second, I'd been fool enough to think things were smoothing out between us. That the late-night DMs were harmless chit-chat. That her sudden CrossFit kick wasn't about turning heads elsewhere. That the whispers and lock screens were just work stress, not some side hustle and seduction. But when she turned me into the butt of her joke in front of the same crowd that toasted our wedding with backyard burgers and Aunt Linda's potato salad, it hit me. I wasn't just in the dark. I was 6 feet under it. I set the carving knife down real slow, eyes on the meat. Didn't glance her way. Didn't have to. I'd seen plenty. But I did catch Mike's wife, Emily, watching me closely. Her mouth half open, eyes big. Not pity, but shock mixed with something sharper, something I couldn't pin right then. Later, when folks started acting like it never happened, Sarah drifting inside with that fresh out of college strut she'd picked up, I hung back, sliced the rest of the tri-tip, dished it to the kids, and snagged a cold one from the ice chest like it was any old Sunday fun day. But inside, a storm was brewing, the quiet kind. See, I didn't need drama or blowouts to settle scores. Didn't need to flip tables for payback. I'd been sidelined, dismissed like last season's playbook, stashed in a box labeled past his prime. But I wasn't finished. Hell, I was just warming up. That night, after the sun dipped behind the oaks and the kids were out chasing lightning bugs by the fence line, I spotted Emily wandering solo near the old tire swing in the corner of the yard. Shoes kicked off, beer in hand, her face lit soft by the twilight glow. I wandered over, no words at first. We just sat there, the chains creaking gently, distant laughs floating from the deck. Then she turned. "Can't believe she pulled that crap," she whispered. "In front of everybody." I shrugged. Me neither, but maybe I should have seen it coming. Emily met my eyes with that warm hazel stare, so unlike Sarah's flashy, camera-ready glare. She's been off since she started those sessions with that trainer dude. Kyle or Kevin or whatever. Of course, the trainer. The one with the chiseled abs and a bench press that could lift a pickup. The one I wasn't supposed to sweat. "You knew?" I asked. She paused, nodded. Suspected. Didn't want to stir the pot, but I never figured she'd go that low. I stayed quiet. Didn't need the proof. Her tone said it all, that mix of regret and knowing. We lingered on the swing longer than made sense. Something about her vibe, steady, real, no games, stirred a spot in me I'd forgotten existed. No spotlight, no show, just two folks shooting straight after too damn long. As the night wrapped and cars crunched out of the driveway, I tidied up. Sarah didn't even wave by, too busy giggling at her phone under the porch light. Emily, though, she grazed my arm softly before sliding in her car. "Don't let her slide on that," she murmured. "You're not the one who ought to feel small." And she was off. I stood there solo in the drive, beer still chilled in my grip, thinking, maybe I'm not. Maybe I've been betting on the wrong horse all along. Morning after, the house was hushed, but not the good kind. More like the buzz before a storm hits. Sarah was already out when I stirred. Jim, no doubt, probably doing lunges for some guy half my age. Not that I was tracking anymore. I parked at the kitchen island with black coffee and last night's sting. No text from her, no sorry, just a smudged tumbler in the sink and her pricey scent hanging like a dare. It sank in then. Not just that she didn't want me, but that I didn't register to her at all. I turned into background noise, dependable, static, forgettable. I could have raged, cornered her, but what for? Types like Sarah didn't bend to tears or truth. They chased shine, thrill, whatever was trending. I wasn't that. I was history. So I quit the chase, let her dig her own hole. Went about my day like the crack hadn't split wide open. Washed the F-150, edged the lawn, patched the leaky downspout I'd ignored since spring. But my mind kept drifting to how Emily eyed me by that swing. Not sorry for me, not weirded out. Like she spotted something worth standing up for, like I wasn't invisible. That evening, scrolling old pics, one Sarah hadn't yanked down when she swapped the hall frames for minimalist prints and selfies. I hit one from a decade back. Us on a pier in Maine, her arms looped around me, both cracking up real. She seemed genuine then, no filters, no audience. I clung to thinking that girl was buried deep. Now, doubtful. The door swung open around 9. She sauntered in like any Tuesday, gym duffel slung. Phone fused her palm. "Hey," she mumbled, barely a glance. I held her gaze a beat. "You shamed me yesterday." She froze. "Oh, come on, still on that?" "It was a joke, Jack. Lighten up." "You laughed alone." She eye rolled and vanished to the bedroom. I didn't trail. No point. Words bounced off her like rain on a windshield. That night, same bed, worlds apart. She turned away, me rigid with the buildup. Days blurred like that, civil quiet. She flitted in and out. I held steady, watched her fray on her terms. What she missed, what she'd never guess, was the me she wrote off as faded. He was coiled, waiting for the green light. That Friday, Emily texted. Short and sweet. "You holding up?" Stared at it a minute, then, "Not great, but managing." Ping back instant. "Drink?" "Just vent." Hesitated 2 seconds. "Yeah." Met at a dive bar on the edge of town. Low lights, worn booths, jukebox spinning classics. Emily was there first, nursing a Chardonnay, fiddling with her pendant. Looked up, smiled, stood for a quick hug. "Wasn't sure you'd show," she said. Ditto. Ordered rounds, chatted about anything but Sarah at the jump. Old family trips to the lake, her gig coaching high school soccer, my shop projects. Forgot how effortless she was. No drama, just easy warmth. Talk turned inevitable. "She's cheating, right?" I asked. Emily winced, nodded. "Kyle, the trainer, brags when she's tipsy, says it makes her feel alive." Her voice hitched. "She's not who I idolized anymore." I jaw clenched, then chuckled darkly. "Last to know, huh?" She shook her head. "You held on. That's love, not dumb." I eyed her. And her gig? Cowardly. Cruel. Quiet settled, not stiff, real waited. Then she leaned closer, voice hushed. "Always wondered what if we'd crossed paths first." Hit like a warm breeze cracking a chilled room. Didn't reply, didn't need to. Shift happened right there. Saw her fresh. Not Sarah's sis-in-law, not collateral, but a woman sharp, heart-strong, maybe with a score to settle that sink mine. Leaving, she walked my truck. Before her car, she touched my hand. "You're not old, Jack." Far from it. Gone. But her words lingered like a brand. Slept zero that night. Ceiling staring while Sarah breathed indifferent beside me. Thoughts? Not on her. On life sparking elsewhere. The next morning, the sun was high when I rose. Sarah is out again, likely flexing for Kyle or whatever flavor built her buzz. Made eggs, toast, coffee, methodical, no door checks. Done waiting on ghosts. Noonish, Emily called, voice call, tentative. Hope this ain't odd, but been mulling our chat. Free later, heard the edge, guilt over lines, but not us. Got time, I said. Drive. Pause, then, this overlooked spot, 20 out. Clears my head. Up for it. Be there soon. Picked her up. Drive mostly quiet, but comfy, like we ditched the axe. Road wound through pines, sun dappling gold. First time in ages, I felt gaining, not losing. Overlook was serene. Sky, valley of fall colors. Sat on the hood. Her thermos of iced tea passed wordlessly. "Ever mull a do-over?" she asked eventually. "Daily, no pause." She nodded. "Think I chased wrong roads 'cause they were mapped out." "Same." She turned, eyes level. "Never pictured this with you." I gazed out. Me neither, but it clicks more than lately. No contact yet, but a vibe passed, pack sealed, no retreat. Didn't head home quickly. Grabbed drive-through. Hit the old marina where family docked summers past. Dock's empty, water still. Picnic table burgers, fries, swapping laughs over buried tales. She's on her team, dreaming of a youth league. I'm on the garage biz I nearly offloaded, itched to craft for meaning, not margins. Talk flowed, felt seen, valued, not sidelined. Dropped her at her condo, night star thick. Walked her up. She lingered at the door. You good? Nodded. Getting there. Then surprise, cheek kiss, whisper, you deserve more. Don't forget. Drove home windows down, wind scrubbing doubt clean. House dark, Sarah MIA. Didn't matter. The next day, I found her in the kitchen, phone scrolling with that plastic grin. Barely noticed me. Mornin', muttered. Morning, pouring Joe. She glanced up, sensing a shift. You all right? Yep. Slept solid. Eyes narrowed. That's fresh. Polite smile. Lots is. She watched warily as her grip slipped. Feel enough. Emily texted in the afternoon. Left your hoodie in my car. Return or mine? Replied. Only if you model it. An hour later, pic. Her on the balcony, my hoodie loose, sleeves dangling, hair wind-tossed, grin bold. That night, din solo while Sarah bathroom holed for her ritual. Stared at the pic, not just 'cause she rocked it, but it sparked forgotten fire. Didn't bed. Porch instead, crickets and moon, pulse quick after months flat. 3 days post-pic, the world tilted subtly. No fireworks, no shouts. Just starts surfacing slowly. Sarah came home late, heels clicking on the floor. Purse tossed, earrings off. You pay the yard guy? Handled it myself. Blinked like manual labor was alien. You mowed. Did plenty. Grass, deck rail, garage purge. Scammy suspicious board. Prepping to flip the house. Nah. Ditching dead weight. Didn't probe. Cared zilch. Muttered shower and upstairs. Texted Emily. Free tonight? Instant. No. Why? Type need out. Road trip? Beat. Say when. By Sarah's downstairs return. Towel vanilla scented. I'd bagged overnight, truck stashed. Bedtime, she said. Nodded. Heading out. Edging her out. Air. Shrugged, assuming I'd crawl back defeated. Didn't. Met Emily at the county line. Her hood leaned. Lights off. Thermos ready. Climbed and smiling. Where? Anywhere but here. Drove miles. Beams slicing dark farms. Fields like old snapshots. Silence is full. Meaningful. Midnight lakeside motel. Simple. Porch-wrapped. Neon buzz. No res. Walked in. Viewed the room. Cash key to her like vow. Room basics. Crisp sheets. Lamp glow. Window to dock. And rippling lake. Bed edge sat. Shoes off. World hushed suddenly. Sure? She asked. Eyes searching. Saw her true. Not kin. Not bystander. But unflinching ally. Never sure. Hand to my hair. Not old. Just undervalued by time's thief. Kissed me. Slow, sure. Saying I see you beyond touch. Night. No Sarah talk. No fallout plots. Just us raw. Night. No Sarah talk. No fallout plots. Just us raw. Morning. Sun dusting gold. Her my hoodie by the window. Coffee steaming. Suits you. From bed. Turned playful. Keeping it. Fine by me. Check out. Drove back quiet. New quiet mask-free. Her drive drops. Cheek kiss. If she learns, no sorry. She bailed first. Home wind fresh. Old noise shrinking rear view. Sarah sprawled asleep. Leg out. Phone gripped. Watched the woman I planned forever with, but aged solo. Showered. Dressed. Brewed. She shuffled in noonish. Rumpled. Zero remorse. Out late. Or early. No reply. Where? No. I sharp excuse. Turn calm. Your turn's up. Oh. Vanish all night. Now. Attitude. Sip slowly. You've ghosted for months. Difference? No public roast. Face paled. Watch the drain. Think I miss Kyle? Signs. Nights. Texts. Zero touch. Jack cut. Name means zilch now. Checked out ages. Swallowed. Quitting. You did. I am sinking. Phone buzzed. Snatched. Flipped. Arms crossed teen-like. What last night? Leaned. Won't say what. But who Emily? Hit like a gut punch. Mouth agape. Your brother's wife? There when you weren't. Saw me real. She's younger. Twice your maturity. Slept with her. No flinch. Wore my hoodie mourn. Keeping it. Trembled, countergripped. Keys up, jacket on. Don't call her. She gets it. 6 spat. Door pause. Done humiliated. Big diff. A week later, rented a cabin on the outskirts. Airy bright. Emily boxed with me. Presence swapped silence for peace. Divorce flew. Sarah, losing hubby and kin tie, rushed on. No house fight. Embarrassed? Or power flipped on. Emily cabin frequent. Meals, hikes, deck chats. Innocent start but deepened. Real earned. First overnight, she cooked breakfast in my hoodie, bare-legged kitchen dancing Springsteen, pancakes flipping. Snap pic, not share, just hold, cause post-break men's quiet sure. And that's the wrap. She called me too old. But her sister-in-law, prove her dead wrong. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe, drop a comment, and tell us what hit hardest. Your support keeps these tales rolling.